it was influenced by this video.
This is gonna be an expensive ride-along, brother. Yeah, you wanna rev it up? Yeah. Wow.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Charles with TRC, and today we're at TX2K in Houston, Texas at Houston Motorsports Park. We got the car to ourselves. We're gonna check this thing out and actually go take it for a rip. Woo! Oh my gosh. Give me a little rev. Oh God. Oh wow. Oh, this thing's just mean. Love the wing on it. The car's looks amazing, but the crown jewel are these bad boys right there. I don't know if you guys can see them, but look at those. Look at those twin turb skis. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this. I don't even know where the door handle is. Oh, okay. All right, so I've never actually sat in one of these before. I'm tall, I'm 6'4", so this is it's a bit of a squeeze for me, but once you're in, this thing's kind of spacious, honestly. Like, I can't really complain. And I love how everything's kind of driver oriented. I saw pictures of it when the release came out, and I wasn't the biggest fan, especially of this like, you know, whatever the row of buttons is here. It's like the wall of buttons. It's definitely driver centric. So everything about this car is made to fit the driver. And then right behind us, we have that big old V8 that's the twin turbo, and it sounds awesome. I think I'm gonna start it up for you guys. So go ahead and press on the brake, do a little, woo! Love the square steering wheel. I didn't know how I'd feel about the square steering wheel, but I actually kind of like it. Overall, this car is awesome. I can't wait to take it for a spin. This thing's awesome. Like, it's the first C8 that I've been in, so I'm actually kind of excited. All right, guys, so I'm with Mr. Cicio himself. He's taking me for a ride along this twin turbo C8. This thing's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking me for a ride along.
Yeah, absolutely. When you do this, the Motec takes over.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
I'm blown away with how seamless everything is. You know, we got certain stuff on different sensors that John obviously figured all out.
Yeah.
How the car needed to stay happy, but no check engine lights, no issues whatsoever. Car just drives like butter smooth, like when you're driving down the highway. 8th gear.
Oh, cruising.
Like
Cruising.
yeah.
And it just keeps going.
Direct injected cars. We can't control the direct injection system because the factory ECU is not tunable yet.
Yeah.
Even with the factory ECU is tunable, you're not going to be able to tune turbos with it because it's a non-turbo car. So this piggyback is the creme de la creme because it controls all of it, boost, all of it. So how it works is we've got this E85 tank that is just a surge tank. Then when you roll on the throttle, it sprays the secondary Z85. So it literally mixes the night with the 93. So you don't have to run E85 in it. Just driving down the road, this is 93. We're just cruising on pump gas right now. And then when you roll into it,
wow,
it sprays the ID 1700s, 8 cylinders of ID 1700s. It mixes the fuel and makes it so that, you know, it runs like what it would be like an E50 mix.
E50 blend, yeah.
Right? Just absolutely seamlessly. And you come back out of it and you're just not pump guessing it. It's 100% seamless.
The technology in this car is insane.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
All right, guys, Nathan Cicio, Cicio Performance here. We're out here at Texas 2K. I want to talk to you a little bit about the new C8 Corvette. The new C8 Corvette has kind of changed the game a little bit. If you can see the thing peeping behind me, it does not look like a Corvette. Doesn't act like a Corvette, doesn't drive like a Corvette. The thing really feels exotic. I dove into this market because I felt like it was going to be an awesome, fun market that was going to change up the game a little bit and be enjoyable. The car is so fun. It is so much car for the money. I think the sticker on my car was 72 grand. I know that's a lot of money, but when you compare them to some of these GTRs and some of the Lambos and Ferraris and R8s, it is an absolute steal. What we did, we developed a turbo system with ETS, okay? So ETS, they're a manufacturing partner on the turbo kit. We're very excited to be working with them. JR and Michael at ETS are some of the best guys in this entire industry. They really care about the product, and so we teamed up with them to be able to build a turbo kit and build the brand for the car to make it so that the C8 guys were being able to enjoy an actual twin turbo, high horsepower C8 Corvette. So what we've got is my personal car, our shop car, with Zonrotor 9569S's, water-cooled and oil-cooled in the turbo kit that ETS designed, air-to-water intercooler with a very, very nice heat exchanger system and a very nice intercooler that tucks right in where the factory airbox is. I actually drove the car all the way here from Atlanta. I turboed the car, drove it here all the way from Atlanta. How are we tuning it? That's the big question everybody's gonna ask. What we did was, we want the drivability to be like Chevy wanted the drivability to be. So we also want to make sure that all you guys out there are emissions legal, right? So what do? We made it so the factory ECU stays in place. Everybody's talking about cracking the ECU, cracking the ECU. Well, you crack the ECU, you're still not gonna be able to run the turbos. It's not a turboed car. There's no boost control. You're not gonna be able to run any of that stuff. We work with John Reed. A lot of you guys know John Reed from Underground Racing and all the work he's done with them. We put together a package with ETS that's a Motec piggyback. The Motec piggyback, what it does is, when you get on the loud pedal, the Motec just says, hey, Mr. Factory ECU, don't you worry about what I'm doing. It takes care of everything. You get off the loud pedal, and the factory ECU takes back over and drives you around town. And it is seamless. Rolling the throttle, you can't feel anything. You can't feel anything come on, go off. Like, you can't, it's seamless. So my car, stock motor, stock trans with the Datsun clutch, okay? Datsun clutches, very excited to be working with them on the C8. The clutch drives 99% like factory. It's a 2-plate, additional plate and steel from Datsun, and I'm very excited to be working with them. They're great guys. 900 horsepower on 11 pounds. 700 foot-pounds of torque. People have been making 700 foot-pounds of torque on, LT motors for years. Runs like low 6s, 60 to 130. I'm gonna put a tire on it. I think it'll run high 5s. I am stoked about this market. I think it's going to be awesome. I think you're a normal guy that just wants to buy a C8. When they're used, they're gonna be 50, 60,000 bucks, puts 25 grand in it, has a 1,000 horsepower stock motor car that drives just like stock. You gets to drive it around. I think it's gonna be an awesome, awesome, fun market for everybody to enjoy. I drive a lot of stuff around, I've got a 911 and you got the big GTR things, whatever, and nothing gets the attention that C8 does. I can pull up in my 911 and pull up in the C8. The hype around the C8 at the gas stations and this and that, man, what is that? What is it? It's like, it's awesome. You guys stay tuned. There's 3 turboed in the world. We'll be doing some more videos of it. I think we're gonna continue or take these guys for a ride, and maybe they're going to be able to take it out themselves and see if they enjoy it as well. So thanks guys, I appreciate it. Let me babble about my C8.
What's up guys, Javier from That Racing Channel out here at TX2K21. Behind me, we have his twin turbo C8. He just finished the build of this thing. He drove this thing from Atlanta, Georgia, all the way to Houston, Texas. Put some miles on it.
Let's take this bad boy for a ride.
Hell yeah, brother. I got my buddy Pedro.
Let's talk, man. More speedy.
My man. OG on the TRC channel right here.
You know what I was just thinking of though? We both own Corvette Z06s.
We have.
But I've never been in the brand new C8.
Really? I've been in a bone stock one last year actually. Bone stock one. This thing's twin turbo, and Cicio threw me the keys. Pedro just pulled up. I'm like, yo, let's go rip this thing, dude. Hell yeah, you want to do this? I would love to. Want to go? Hell yeah, dude, let's go. It's been a while since we've been in a video together.
Long time.
So Cicio Performance just put this together. They slapped basically, I think it's like an ETS bolt-on twin turbo kit on it. I think it's Motec as well.
I heard him saying that.
Yeah, but I think he said something like it has the factory ECU, but also Motec. So like when you floor it, it switches over to the Motec.
Wow.
And like drivability, like bro, it drives like a stock car.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this thing drives
awesome.
like bone stock, and it's so weird in a Corvette. Hearing like turbo spool behind you, it's kind of like the Audi Lambo deal, you know?
Like that. It sounds like that. I mentioned earlier both of us having Vettes, but I feel like the C6 that we had
C6Z. You had a
as well. I had an 08 and 2007, and I feel like they were nice on the outside, but very basic and plain on the interior.
Yeah,
the C7 was an upgrade, and this is on a class of its own.
It really is, man. Like it feels like the Supra. Like it's like the cockpit's all pointed towards you. I mean, it's a pretty wild car, man.
It's got the nice little spoiler in the back. It pulls very, very well. I don't know why I had lower expectations. I kid you not. No, it pulls really, really clean.
Yeah, bro. It did catch me off guard on the hit.
It did.
I wasn't expecting like that.
It's got a short gear ratio too. That's probably got a lot to do with it.
It's like it shifts like
How many
this.
speeds does it have?
I think these are what, 8 speed? I want to say.
At least.
And you just hear like the downshifts. Oh man, that's nice.
Oh yeah.
Instant shifts. So Cicio told me like if you want to drive it, you can. You want to feel this thing?
I would love to drive this car. If a week or two from now I show up on one of these, it was influenced by this video.
This is gonna be an expensive ride along, brother.
Something about TRC and bridges. Every TRC video, there's a bridge. I have a wheel combination on this thing. Right before the TRC approved stamp comes along.
Dude, this thing's badass.
This thing is beautiful. Gotta get some exhaust noise?
Yeah, you wanna rev it up? Yeah. So freaking cool.
You ready?
Yeah. Dude, this thing gets up and goes. I can just imagine like this as a daily would be.
I wonder how much boost is that?
I don't know. I think it's very low. I want to. If I remember correctly, it was like 8 pounds or 7 or 8 pounds or something like that. Don't quote me on that. We'll ask when we get back.
Neat experience.
Really?
Very neat.
Really, really cool experience, man. And like we'll show the interior, but it's like very exotic, like that's for sure. Gauges, the downshift is like instant. Dude, it got a little squirrely for a second, just a split second, and it just took off.
The more RPM, the more gears, the harder it pulls. It's a very neat car.
Dude, I'm so glad I ran into you right before we went for a ride here, bro.
He says, you want to go for a ride in a C8? Who wouldn't? This thing is a dream.
Well, if any of you guys want to follow Baltic Supra, he's got Baltic Supra Racing YouTube channel. Whole bunch of shenanigans on there. His badass Supra.
Thank you.
Make sure to check him out.
That's my boy, Baltic Supra Racing family. We got a neat little Jeep project we're working on as well. So stay tuned.